Hello and welcome to the second edition of the Meyer Memos. Today is September 9th, 2016. In management, we have a staff meeting Tuesday, September 13th at 8 o'clock in the Media Center. The agenda is as follows. We're going to discuss meeting norms at staff meetings and we'll review them from last year. We'll also review our building data, our school information report with our MCAs and our map, and then we're going to share our site strategic plan that our BLT has worked on, our leadership team, because it's due this coming Friday, September 16th. There'll be no SST meeting this week. We're going to start next week. During that time, we're going to have our first BLT, or Building Leadership Team meeting, on Wednesday at September 14th at 8 o'clock in the conference room. This week we have bus seating for all the buses in the lunchroom. Tuesday will be red 214 and blue 260. Wednesday will be green 178 and black 188. Thursday will be yellow 186 and orange 258. And Friday will be brown 241. It'll be from 1:45 to 3:15 in the lunchroom. Grade 3 will have a ribbon cutting ceremony from Farmers Insurance. This past summer, Melanie was awarded a $2,000 award from Farmers Insurance to do some technology innovative things, and she submitted a plan and was selected as one of the winners across the United States, one of 50. And what they decided to do is take their breakout area and make it more user friendly with the Chromebooks. So at 2:45 on Friday, someone from Farmers Insurance is going to be coming over, and we're going to have the ribbon cutting ceremony, and those guys will open that, and kids will be able to use it. So we're pretty excited. Congratulations to Melanie for her award. This is the story that I'm going to be reading to classes. It's called Duck Rabbit. And it basically is a story about how you have something that looks the same on the outside, or is the same, but it may look different to other people. So the message is that people have different perspectives, and you want to have an open mind. So I'll be reading this to classrooms. I already read to about 5, and it's been quite enjoyable. If you haven't signed up, please do. Please update your websites. Type up your reading and math paragraph of the upcoming week, not what you've done, but at the upcoming week. Put activities on the calendar and homework. Grades 1 and 2 are going to write down their topics for the week, like in those paragraphs. They're not going to put homework on the calendar because they're going to use their take-home folders to go to and from school. And then grades 3-5 is going to place their homework on the calendar the day that it was assigned. In instruction, we have the Benchmark of Assessment System, or the BAS, that we're giving this year, and it's supposed to be completed by October 31st. Each person is going to get 1 day sub-provided for all classroom teachers. We'll discuss the results on October 19th, PD Day. Now, on September 26th, grade 5 will have their 4 subs. September 29th is grade 4. October 3rd is grade 3. October 10th is all of grade 2 and 2 first grade classes. And then October 17th is the other 2 first grade classrooms. And then on November 16th, kindergarten. So on October 19th at the PD Day, we're going to discuss how this is going or has went. Okay. This is our testing window. September 1st to the 30th is our BICA is due. And then our BAS is due for 1st through 5th grade from October 31st. And then the MAP is September 12th to October 12th for the reading and math. And unlike last year, we're going to return to prior years where we're going to give the MAP for reading and math in the fall for 1st through 5th grade. And so we'll give the fall and spring map for 1st through 5th grade. The reason we're doing this year is last year when we wanted to get ready for our ALC classes, we didn't have the data from the fall, so that's why we're going to do that. Under learning supports, yeah, this morning we had a great productive PBIS meeting, and here's our update. We set a plan. We're going to eliminate 10% of our visits to the quiet room from last year. Last year we had 1,075 visits. Our goal this year is 967. How we'll accomplish this? First is the fidelity to the matrix. It's important that we all teach it and that we follow those rules. Now I know that responsive classroom has a lot to do with all of this as well, and we want to make sure that we follow through with responsive classroom, but we also need to teach the matrix. Now, one of the things that is hard is sometimes we have people in the hallway that are not following the rules in the matrix, and we like to help out with, if you see a classroom who's struggling, that teachers can say, hey, I noticed that so-and-so is doing this, and help out the teachers so that they can see that we got to get the kids in line. Now, this is a touchy situation. We don't want people judging others, but this is a climate that we're starting to get where we can have these honest conversations and say, you know what, if I'm a classroom teacher and my kids are acting up in the hallway and I'm standing right there, and one of, let's say, Jess Newman walks by and she notices that they're out of control, and not control, but not listening, or they're loud, Jess can kind of lend a helping hand and kind of as a reminder to say, hey, we got to quiet them down, and it's not being offensive to the person whose class it is. We have to move past that because we all could use some help. And sometimes our kinders need help because they're the youngest ones. But it's really important that for sure our third, fourth, and fifth, and even second grade model is for our kinders and first grade. And then we'd have our student check-ins. Last year, we had 32 kids who visited the quiet room 6+ times. Well, 7 of those kids are going to meet with DJ again this year. So there's 25 kids who could use some help. So we've decided that we're going to offer it up to staff if there's anyone that would like to do once a week check-ins with a particular child. It would be wonderful for us to do that, and it might be someone who is a third grader who has their kindergarten teacher check in with them, or who's a first grade teacher checks in with a former fifth grade teacher. These kind of things can be special for them, and it can also help the kid turn it around a little bit. So if you're interested, please inquire about this. There'll be more information to come. And lastly, please watch the videos. It's important that we all are on the same page, and the PBIS videos. And I'm asking, instead of me checking in on everyone, seeing if they watch the videos, I'm going to check with the PBIS team members to say, did your team complete it? And they'll tell me that way. So they're going to kind of keep you going and make sure that we get it completed. And lastly, in learning supports, Hema Beltran is going to join us again. She's going to be here Tuesday all day, from my understanding, which is yay, that's awesome news. And then we have a new one, Fatimo Hassan. She's going to be here as needed. This is Hema's information, contact information, and this is Fatimo Hassan's information. So I'd like to welcome these two ladies to our staff in helping us reach the students. Well, we had a great first week. I want to thank you all for all of your hard work. I know everyone is exhausted. And just so you know, this week, Lori said that we hit the 590 mark for students. That is huge, and it all goes back to the environment that you are creating. So thank you. I look forward to a great second week, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for all of your efforts.